Welcome back everyone to a new video, and in today's video we'll be taking a look on a strategy I use to level up fast. Now, I do want to say before starting, when recording this video it was double XP weekend, so whatever I get, just half it, and I'm sure there are many other methods to gain XP in this game, like camos, daily challenges, calling cards, and much more. But in today's video, I want to focus on one thing I found out, so this video will be divided into two parts. The first telling you a little bit about what I found, and the second the strat I used to get the XP fast. So, starting off, let me tell you what I found. So everyone knows that for some reason, when going through the rounds, people are getting more XP on the early rounds than the later ones, thinking there might be an XP drop off later on. But I actually don't think that's true, and that there is multiple reasons you gain less XP in the later rounds. And the main two I've noticed is, one, the rounds usually take longer the later in you go, and two, the medals you earn. And honestly, these two things do go hand in hand. But Sarkly, what are you going on about with the medals? Ain't they just things you get for doing certain actions? Well, nope. If some of you didn't know, like me, these medals you earn also give you extra XP for being able to get them in game. So to check how much XP you can get from them, all you need to do is go and check in the barracks, go into your medals, and you can see how much XP each one of them gives you. And the more medals you are getting, the better XP you will be earning. Okay, so now you know the medals are a main way you can get XP quickly. But what does that have to do with the high rounds? So if you're doing the common strategy of using the mutant injector, yes, you'll be gaining XP from killing the zombies and certain medals, but if you have ever used it, you will quickly notice that you don't gain the multi-kill medals that are gained by getting multiple kills in a row with a weapon. And I repeat, a weapon, not a score streak. And that's a lot of XP. From just going through these set of medals once is a total of 210 XP. And this doesn't sound like a lot, but this is just from getting a set. This is on top of getting XP you gain normally from killing enemies and going through rounds. So the more times you go through the multiple kills medals, the more XP you'll be gaining. Normally, I was getting around 2 to 3 full sets per round, which is around 400 to 600 XP per round. Plus zombies, which is kinda nuts. But then, add on top other medals and you'll be probably earning a lot more. But that's not where we end, because we also got to take into account how many rounds we go through and the exfil extra bonus. So I recommend going to round 36, as in my testing it's usually only takes around 30 minutes to get up to that round, and it gives quite a bit XP. Like, even if I go conservative and say only 20 of those 36 rounds we get 2 full sets of multi-kill medals, that's still a whopping 8.5 thousand XP. And then on top of that, we can add the exfil bonus, which in my testing is around 10%, but honestly I'm not sure of that, and if someone knows the exact amount, please leave me a comment and I'll pin it. And then on top of that, the rounds and the zombie kills, which is crazy. And with all of that, I was on average getting around 30 to 40,000 XP per 30 minutes, and with double XP, it was around 60 to 80,000 XP. If only I wasn't facing internet problems doing the double XP weekend, I would have been prestige 5 or 6 by now. But anyway, after hearing all of this, you're probably wondering what my strat was to be able to do this so quickly, and let's get into that. So for this strat, I recommend 3 things. One, if you have it unlocked already, is Frenzy Guard, Napalm Burst, and Mustang and Sally's. Wait, what? They aren't called Mustang and Sally? Wait, what? Mustang and Fork? What the fuck? Well, if you don't have them unlocked, it's fine, the strat works the same. I just find it easier with those things unlocked. Now, in this game, I sadly didn't have neither the Napalm Burst nor Frenzy Guard, but I do later on this game unlock them and equip. So starting off, the first things we need to do is turn on the Rampage Inducer, as we want to get to round 36 in exfil as fast as possible. And with this, we'll be flying through the rounds. So after we stay in the spawn area, gaining as many points as we can, as we want to Pack-a-Punch to the GS45 as early as possible to get the Sally. So once we do have enough points, we start making our way up to the church. Once at the church, we open up and Pack-a-Punch our pistol. And with the pistol in hand, the next thing we are aiming for are perks, more paps, upgrade rarity, and finally the main one, the jet gun, which we are going to go for now. And if you didn't already know how to build the jet gun, we need 3 parts. The first one, in a shed, which we need to key by killing the groundskeeper, a zombie that I don't know well the condition he spawns, but I believe he spawns on every other round after opening a Pack-a-Punch, but I could be wrong. The second one being a gauge you get from increasing the water pressure in the bully bowling alley, and the final one is inside the store here close to quick revive, where you need to use a mangler's cannon to open up. And this is probably the hardest one to get early on if you don't have the mutant injector or the mangler cannon unlocked, but you can just wait for a mangler to drop either one to open it up. And with all the pieces, you can go to this workbench at spawn and craft it. So now you know the steps. We can see me wait in the cemetery to get the first part. So once the groundskeeper is killed, I get the key that is needed to open up the shed to get the part. Then I make my way down to quickly grab PhD so that I don't take damage from the explosions, and then go and grab the valve needed for the water pressure. Right after I get it, I return, but not before grabbing Juggernaut, because it's the best perk. Making my way into the bowling alley, where I then use Aether Shrouds to fill the pressure without having any problems, and grab the second piece, where I then make my way down to quick revive area, and this is where I found out that I can't craft the mangler's cannon, so I save my scrap to craft a mutant injector. And as soon as I have 2500, I go and craft it, quickly getting the third and final piece, where I then go to the jet gun crafting table and get that built. And the jet gun is the main thing we need for this strat. So with it now crafted, we quickly grab 2 more perks that I like to have, being quick revive and speed cola, and then make our way to this area just between the bowling alley and the spawn. And now you know why we keep this barrier closed. And all we do now is stay here and get as many multi-kill medals using the jet gun or using the Mustang and Sally wannabes when there's an insta-kill, as it just disintegrates manglers and gets you the medals all the same. I would even say quicker, as you can spam them. And this is where I would recommend using Frenzy Guard, as every kill replenishes your armor and all hits don't do damage. It just chips off the armor, giving you nearly invincibility on every single insta-kill drop. But as I said, it's just an optional thing that just makes it faster and easier, and anything would work really. And we do that until we reach the bug rounds, where we make the most out of them by buying more perks, upgrading our weapons rarity, papping the guns to tier 3, and once we are done doing all the things we need to do on bug rounds, I make my way to this specific spot where the vermins can only spawn out of 3 spots. These 2 here and this window down here, making it super easy to kill them without Mustang and Sally wannabes. And once it is over, we grab our max ammo and make our way back to the spot. And now the only problem between us and a higher round is the abomination. But don't you worry, I have just the trick for you. So when we stay in this alley, the abomination actually barely makes it over here sometimes, always despawning and respawning constantly but never reaching us. But on the off chance he does, no need to panic, because either you get rid of him normally by killing him, or another juicy little trick is to just run into the bowling alley when he is at the bottom with you, and he will despawn and respawn near the bank, giving you time to run back to the alley where he's no longer at. By the way, edit here, you don't have to go into the bowling alley. As long as you get far enough away, it will despawn and respawn elsewhere. And if you didn't already know, the jet gun also stuns him when being sucked, so you can wait until the zombies are taken care of before trying to kill him if that's what you want to do. And all that is left to do is get to round 31, 36 or 41, which are the rounds I recommend you get to, mainly round 36, as when optimized you can get it done in around 30 minutes. I think even faster probably, as this can be optimized even more. And once we do reach these exfil rounds, I highly recommend you buying the chopper gunner or the mutant injector, which if you don't have unlocked, that's also fine, as the amount of manglers we would be killing is so many, one is bound to drop one of those 2, and clear out the zombies to exfil to get that extra 10% bonus at the end. And with this strat, you should be earning loads of XP, and you can always improve the amount of XP by completing calling cards, masteries, skins, or even daily challenges like I said at the beginning. Hope you guys have learned something new in today's video, and I hope to see you guys leveling up even faster with this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!